this is Jason, the Keystroke Guru with Amateur Combat Sports Live, hanging out at Jackson MMA over at 3580 Flansburgh Road in Michigan Center. Sitting here with Brandon Sequoyah Sandford. You guys don't even know what you're missing when you miss out on a fight with Brandon. Brandon's shown us some amazing skill over the last years. He's been all the way up to the Palace of Auburn Hills. He's done his hometown shows right here in Jackson. He's traveled around the state showing his skills, grappling events, MMA. This guy's talented 100%. We're just a few fights short of going pro, and just want to sit him down and let you guys meet him. Brandon, where did you grow up? Right here, right?
Right here in
Jackson.
Jackson.
Right in Jackson, yeah. Right on, man. And you graduated from what, Jackson High?
Well, actually, I got my GED, but I went to East Jackson, Thomas and Tech, I went to two schools, and Manchester for a little bit. But I got my GED.
Right on. And so now you're in college.
Yep. I'm in my last two classes this semester. After this semester, I'll get my associates in business administration.
Yeah. So and on a real note, this is the way I like to do things, man. I mean, a lot of fighters are out there saying they ain't got time for, I don't have time for this and that, and gosh, I'm gonna take fighting and go my career. Why are you in college then?
Well, actually, I went to college so I could run a mixed martial arts, run a gym. When I got into it, I'm like, I think I probably want to understand the business aspect of things before, you get the technical experience training. It's like an internship, Like I come here and train as like an internship, so that's why I go.
If only you knew what happened behind the scenes.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, and I was actually talking with a couple other fighters, a few interviews I've done. Krushank, he flat out, comes out to the Annies and says, you gotta put family and fighting first. There's really nothing else. And then, if you can get schooling in, make sure you get schooling. But, screw all the partying. And I know you, man. I see, we keep up with each other on Facebook. We see each other here at the gym quite often. And I know you're not out there drinking and partying every night. And you're a champ, bro. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel people need to understand. I mean, you're a champ. And you're not out there partying. And you're showing that, this is what it takes. This is the real dedication. So how many years have you been doing MMA now?
I started with Quincy little over 2 years, maybe like 2 years, 2 months ago. And I knew that's what I wanted to do. And as soon as I started, man, I got hooked. I was like, this is what I'm doing, and I'm here ever since,
I just rolled on the mat today with Nick.
Yeah.
My ears are still pounding from the blood rush in my head, And it just makes me think, man, it would take me a couple years before I could ever even get in the ring, And you're in there at least once every 2-3 months, pounding faces and showing your skill, It's not all about brutality; it's about skill, man, I don't know, man. I see a lot of things happening in the industry right now, and you personally, and a couple other fighters right here at JMMA. I see them going places. So as a career choice, you are going to go pro and then stem that off and try to diversify in the MMA world as much as you can.
That's the goal, 100%. That's what, aside from school, once I'm done with school, I can dedicate myself 100% mentally and physically to training MMA. Right now I'm doing like today, I'm going to be doing a 3 a day. I'm still doing schoolwork,
You're on weight cut this week and a half right now too.
And I'm cutting weight, I got to fight
16 pounds.
Yeah, 16 and a half pounds.
Badass.
So, just putting it all together, making it work for me, and being able to stay focused, and just work hard.
So without giving away any secrets to anybody, what's your favorite style?
My favorite what?
Your favorite style, without giving away any secrets, what an opponent might expect from you, but what is your favorite style? It's mixed martial arts, so there's a few things you're training. I know you're training judo. You got 20-year veteran Quincy Rice here. If anybody wants to come down and check things out, man. If you're not training with Quincy Rice, man, you ain't training with the right judo coach. Simple as that.
Well, I have to say, as far as style goes, I like whatever works.
Yeah. Mixed bag, huh?
Shoebox full.
I'm not partial to any one thing. Whatever is effective in the fight,
He's keeping secrets.
It could be striking, it could be grappling, it could be anything.
Yeah.
Whatever gets me the win, hey, obviously I'm gonna like it. You know?
Right on. I've seen you stand and bang with people, and man, I mean, your footwork looks like Tommy Hearns in there, you know. And then I've seen you get on the ground, and I mean, you've just, you know, transition after transition, and you know, it's like you're unstoppable in almost any area, you know, prospectively. You know what I mean? I think, as a matter of fact, the only fight I personally seen you lose was a decision. Oh no, it wasn't a decision. Sorry, excuse me. It was the first Prison City show.
Oh yeah.
You went all 5 rounds, but he ended up submitting you in the last round.
Yeah, I got caught in
or?
a guillotine because I fought like a lame.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I did pull the trigger in that fight. I was really tentative and stuff, you know, and it cost me in the end.
Yeah.
But those fights are a beautiful thing because it's a wonderful lesson.
Yeah.
You're like, man,
The 3 F's. Fighting, fucking, and family.
Yeah. No man, no. Not all seriousness. Besides what Quincy has to put in, but no man. I mean, what would you tell new up and coming Andes right now who are saying and walking around saying, you know, I'm a cage fighter and I'm going to go pro? You know, what would you tell them that their first impression is probably wrong? You know.
well, if you've got, I mean, it depends. A lot of people walk around saying, oh, I'm a cage fighter because they might train a little bit and go fight. Well, they might not train at all and go fight because they have fought. They consider themselves a fighter or a cage fighter, whatever you want to call it, mixed martial artist. But a true mixed martial artist is somebody who is putting in hours trying to expand knowledge, you know, in MMA and training before fighting. You know, it's not the kind of thing you want to learn on the job. You know, it's something you want to learn how to do before you go fight, because otherwise you usually get messed up unless you're a lucky fighter. You know?
Yeah, it's a matter of repetition that builds your body into the, you know, knowing exactly where to move next. And your body just knows, hey, I remember that when I'm like this, I can do this. I got the chance to do this right now, you know. And if you're just a weekend warrior, you know, you're gonna get smoked by people like Brandon.
I mean, it's fine though. if you want to go around your hometown and tell people that you're a fighter and get some wins in your hometown, that's fine. But I mean, some people just, I don't know, they like think, I don't know, some people think they're like the best amateurs in the world and stuff, you know, they don't even train, you know. It's, I mean, I shouldn't say I'm so much knocking it, it's just like, if you're gonna say that, you just put in the hours. I mean, put in and train, you know, and not only are you gonna learn stuff, but it'll make your life better. It's just,
Yeah. If you're gonna go get a job somewhere, you want to be the best at your job that you're gonna be.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna go around saying that you're a fighter, be the best fighter you can be by training, you know. And Brandon works and goes to school. I mean, he's no slouch, you know. I mean, this is somebody who I'm not sitting here because, you know, I needed to find someone. This is someone I respect. This is someone that you guys in the industry are gonna respect. You're gonna see him come up and come out into some amazing venues, and he's just gonna accelerate. One day he's gonna be in Australia Fight League. Next time he's gonna be in Japan in some FC1. You know.
yeah.
No, going back to losing, you actually made me think about something, and the fact that in the end, man, I mean, losing is actually a prize, you know? There's a prize to that. There's something you can go back and look at and say, that's where I screwed up, but you don't have to worry about that record tarnish, you know?
Well, you know, even I would assume at all levels of the game, losing is by far a better lesson than winning can ever be. Because in winning, you know, you don't really learn as much. There's instances that you will, but in winning you don't learn as much as you do when you lose. When you lose, you're like, man, I did a bunch of stuff wrong.
Yeah,
you know,
learn your flaws.
Yeah,
you know?
like, okay, I need to fix that. You know, and go back and try to fix it. You know, whereas if you keep winning and winning and winning, well, you ain't really gonna be becoming better. You know, I mean, you got a lot of guys who fight and they have really padded records. They don't really fight tough fights. You know, if you don't fight tough fights, then how are you ever really gonna know what you need to work on? You know, if you're just beating guys who don't really train or guys who aren't as good as you or better than you.
Right.
You know?
So who you got coming up next?
I'm fighting Brandon Nunn. I believe he trains out of the lab. He's a tough guy. He's fought at PCFL before. He's fought.
He's fought all over the state.
Yeah,
I've seen
all over
a lot
the
of
state,
video on Brandon.
You know, he
and I respect him very much as a fighter. I really think this is going to be a hard fight for you. You feel the same way? You feel like you're walking into a win, or?
Oh, I know he's a tough guy, you know, but I'm just gonna go in there and execute my game plan.
Yeah.
You know. So
Right
I
on,
just,
man.
That's
What's the funniest quote you've ever said?
The funniest
What's
quote?
the funniest quote you live by?
Funniest quote? That's what she said.
Well, right on, Brandon, man. You know, yeah, so many guys out of this gym. I'm going to do a few more people, but you guys keep your eye on Brandon, all right? You know, if you can Google Brandon Sequoyah Sandford, that's Sequoyah, and Google Brandon, you're going to see some really impressive video. Of course, you can always check him out at acslive.tv. You can check him out on amateurcombatsports.com. He is up right now for Warrior Island. Go to YouTube and Google Warrior Island. Look for Brandon's video and like that thing, man. Get this guy some money in his pocket. Send him to this pro show. You know, there's the Awesome Fighter thing by the MFC, something like that. That Hangster White runs that company. What's his name?
I'm not sure. Hangster White?
Yeah, Hangster White. Anyways, there's some sort of reality show where fighters live in a house, you know, and this Warrior Island's actually got one up on that, where they're actually going to be on a secluded island in Hawaii, and you know, these other guys live out in Vegas and they get treated like kings. These guys are going to have to show their true grit. So get over there to YouTube. Check out Brandon Sandford. Vote for his video. We want to see him win this. We want to see him go and show everybody what he's got. Thank you so much. Brandon, thank you for coming out, man.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
Not
I
a
really
problem.
do, man. Amateur Combat Sports Live. Check us out October 20th. Prison City Fight League. Brandon Sequoyah against Brandon Nunn.
Cool.